All right, so we are back with the raw experience. And this is going to take a little deeper dive into what success means. This is episode 6. And I said episode 6. Episode 6. Can't fucking talk today.
I feel like every time you do the intro, you like grab the microphone and like
I want to be on radio.
Like a very like seductive like way. Like
I'd like
you're
to be
like
on radio and just be like, and now tonight, 12 o'clock, my name's Sexual Chocolate. And tonight we're going to get into the deep dives of what it means to get licked.
So that'll be the next episode since you want to talk about so much stuff besides bodybuilding.
I'd have to like talk a little deeper.
Deep dark chocolate. What did you say?
I'm your host, Ron, for the deep talk. All right, fuck, man. Let's go.
Okay, so today we're talking about, and we're going to define what it means to be successful, and we'll talk about what it means to be happy. So I want you to go first, and I want you to define what it is to you to be successful. What is success to you?
Oh, man. Success. I think a person is the only, I think the only person that can define what success is yourself, right? Mm-hmm. You determine what success is or being successful. I think the stigma of successful is having money, gone to college, having a family, owning a house, right? Those types of things. That's what I think. For the average, what I think success is being happy. That's really it. And what is happiness? I don't think I think happiness is just a word. I don't think you can actually be happy.
Well, it's a feeling, right?
Right. But I don't think you can be happy. I think you can have joy. You can have sadness. You can have these things. I think the thing would happen, what people do is they put, just be happy. What the fuck is happy to you? Right? Like I think you can be joyful because you're never always just happy. You go through emotions, you know what I'm saying? But so success is just getting to the point of being, I would say, fulfilled with life, of like accepting that you're alive. Mm-hmm. Right? Of course, there's other things.
Okay.
I think having some money to get by is, some money to have to get by is successful, you know, being able to go on trips if you want, being to, you know, drive the car of your choice within reason. I think there's also different points in life of what it means to you.
For sure.
You know, having a loved one that you can go home to.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a house or a fancy...
a house at all?
No, I'm saying you don't have to buy a house or, you know, going to an apartment or a townhouse is fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to have all the money in the world because that's just... everybody thinks they want that until the problems occur. Right. I don't know. I think we have to talk about what maybe I haven't thought about it good enough.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a hard
question to answer. I mean, I think just off the top of my head, for me, success is happiness, is fulfillment in your life and what you're doing. And obviously it's never going to be steady. There's always struggles that you go through. I think learning how to overcome those struggles is definitely success. Yeah. You know, because everyone goes through something in life. You know, whether it's with your job, family, personal life, you know, like you're going to go through shit. And a lot of people go through way worse than others. But being able to overcome that and still have a positive mindset and still have, you know, a drive to want to be better, I think that's being successful and being happy in that throughout that time. Like, yes, highs and lows, but being ultimately happy with your life. And I would say, like, I mean, me, for the most part, like, I feel very successful with those things. Mm-hmm. I know there's obviously been times where I've been more down, you know, in life or whatever, but I've always been very happy. And in the last several years, I've always expressed a lot of gratitude and, you know, thanking God for a lot of things in my life, which has helped me become more happy and more thankful and more, just like, yes, I'm always trying to be better.
Yeah.
But that is like the success to me. So I think you're right. I think like you go through different, what is successful when you're in your teens, you want to be popular, you want to fit in, or maybe you don't want to fit in, but you want to have friends, like you're not thinking about money at that point. I don't think until you get into your 20s. And I feel like maybe in your 20s, and I also think it's different for guys and girls too. Success is hugely different for guys and girls.
I mean, if we go into that, I can definitely tell you, I'm 34 right now. So my success, what I think is a little different. I always thought, being successful is having your own business.
Yeah.
I always thought successful is having a lot of money, having the cool cars, around my age. But when I started thinking about more things, and this might sound stupid, and I really don't fucking care. I don't want my own business. I'm okay with going to work, doing the best job that I can do, but then punching out and going home, or going to the gym, or doing the things that I want. I don't want to kill myself, because you only have one life. This is the only life. Whether we get reincarnated, yeah. Whether nothing happens after this, it goes black. Whether we go to heaven and we live on for eternity,
right?
I don't fucking know. Nor do I really care at this point. When the day comes, I guess we're gonna figure it out. But I think, yes, you're a slave to working no matter what. And the reason why I say that is because whether you're an employee or whether you have your own. I'd rather just be an employee and go to 9 to 5 and clock in, clock out, do my thing, go home and kind of unplug. When you have your own business, it's a constant, right?
Right. Well, we do have our own business.
Yeah, but it's different.
That's not, it's not our full-time job.
No. So I think that is one of the parts for happiness for me, making enough money to support you, or I should say us, and do what we want to do.
Right.
That's one of the things that I look now towards in life. I don't need the cool truck any longer. I really do. You know that. I don't need I don't believe you. I want that, but that doesn't,
you said like 2 years ago that you wanted a Honda Accord, and then you got a big ass truck again.
Because I can afford it.
I know.
But in the grand scheme of things, is that success? Because you drive a Honda.
Yeah.
Okay.
For some people, it's like you said, it's defined per person, right? So some people will view success as, I have a Lamborghini and I have this mansion and I have whatever, but like, do you have a wife that's your best friend? Do you have an actual, do you have a good family relationship? Do you have friends? Like, do you have other things of substance for, your life? Maybe they do, maybe they don't,
I don't, this is me, because I've seen some shit with this guy. I don't believe having a good body means that you're successful.
Yeah, I know what guy you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't. It's okay if you don't want to work out. That's okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you're not care. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think it shows a level of discipline and self-respect. So if you want to talk about my 600 life people versus somebody that's doesn't have to look like us, but at least they take care of themselves. They have some sort of pride in not only their health, but in
with that gentleman that was talking about, like, he was fucking going off you don't have to be in shape to be successful.
No,
that's not a thing.
No.
Do people respect you more if you are in shape and successful? I don't know. I wonder. I
think so.
Yeah, I wonder.
I think so.
Yeah,
but I think it's not like, again, you're not talking about bodybuilders.
No,
you're talking about just being in shape, just somebody who's not, their guts not hanging over. It's like they're not morbidly obese. I think that is definitely more respectable. I mean, I'm just coming from the healthcare, but like, to me, I respect doctors more that are in shape. And again, I'm not saying you have to have a bicep vein, but you just look like you take care of yourself. Because if you're my fucking cardiologist and you're going to tell me that I have to eat healthier, but I'm looking at you like that, then I'm kind of like, so, I think, like we said, it changes for what age you're at and what you're going through in your life. I think goals play a huge part in what defines success for you. So I feel personally, if you don't have any goals, that you're probably going to feel, and this is just my opinion, you're probably going to feel less succccessful because you have nothing that you're working on and nothing that you're achieving. Yeah. So if you're literally going to your job and going home and watching playing video games, or like, I don't know, watching TV, like maybe that makes you happy.
Sure.
But from my opinion, it's like, if you're not actually, unless you're getting better at the video games.
Okay.
Maybe you're trying to watch every single episode of Netflix.
Okay.
Crack the world, Guinness Book of World Records. I don't know. I'm trying to be positive here, but like, unless you have some sort of goals, whether, you're trying to achieve something at work, you're trying to make yourself better, you're going to therapy, you're trying, some sort of goals.
I understand what you're saying. So you're just talking about for the people that just go 9 to 5 and then like there's nothing else after that.
Yeah. I'm talking about, maybe I will use a specific person, like my ex-husband, for example, that you are going to work at a job that you hate. Right. Then you're coming home and you're drinking, watching football, basketball, whatever season is sport it's in. And then you're not doing anything with your life. Physically, mentally, you're not trying to achieve anything. You're just literally nothing. Literally, like, so so to me, I see that as like, you're literally just like living. Yeah. Like, you're just like, you're meant for more than that. I feel like we as humans, we're smarter. We're meant for something, not obviously the same thing for everybody, but you're meant for a reason here. And to me, that's just wasting your life away. And to me, I would feel that person, would feel very unsuccessful in life. And maybe they don't.
Well, but I think this, the video game thing, I love video games.
Right.
For me, coming home after work,
but that's a hobby.
Fucking games.
That's a hobby.
Yeah.
So that's why I say I throw video games, like watching TV. We do it. Yeah. It's a hobby, right? Yeah. I go lay out at the pool. There's no goal for that besides getting tanner, but that's just something I like to do to relax.
What about people that are on I like to call it like the treadmill or the hamster wheel of life.
Yeah.
Like your ex-husband. It's like going around and around. Like, when do you think that person realizes like, fuck, I wasted like when they're older?
Maybe.
But what if that's their successfulness? Like, what if your ex-husband thought that?
Well, like you said, he has a, we're going to talk about him in this whole episode. We're going to, so he has a car. It's not a great car.
Right.
Actually, I don't know what he has. This was fucking 10 years ago, whatever. So let's say this person has a car, like it's not a Lamborghini, but like you said earlier, that's success. You're happy. You're going to a job. You're making just enough money.
Right.
And you're going home and doing what you like to do. So maybe you're happy. Maybe you're successful.
Yeah, but you lived in South Bend, Notre Dame.
Right.
South Bend, Indiana, which is
But that's because.
But you guys, let's really talk about that. Like,
there's nothing to do there.
There's nothing to do. So I feel
people are successful there.
Yeah. I feel like in the Midwest though, if you're stuck there, right? I'm not saying I'm just getting to this point. If you're stuck in the Midwest, we go back and sometimes it's beautiful and sometimes I'm like, oh, this is fucking terrible. Yeah. And you're like, yeah, welcome to my fucking 30 something years of life.
8 months out of the year.
Right.
It's
so I'm like, what do you do? Gyms are shit there.
Yeah. There's nothing to do except for cornfields and watch Notre Dame football. There's really nothing to do. And drink.
That's the thing that I think about too. Like, I guess we're getting off topic. But that might be his success.
Correct. That might be a lot of people's success. Well, and I think a lot of people's success is having a family. So,
you know what? Hold your thought. Ty, what do you think success is? This is, you can say whatever the fuck you want to. Like,
that's a tough one.
It's really hard.
I think it's very connected to happiness.
Right.
I always go, it might be a cheesy example.
No. Like, you could just fucking let it rip, bro.
I think that I always go back to, there was like some like scientific study. These scientists were like observing bears and they found that they have some like capacity for a sense of wonder. Like bears will just find a favorite spot and just like look at the mountains. Mm-hmm. And that makes me think sometimes like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, why are we not just living in the forest and picking berries? Why am I looking at a computer screen for 9 hours a day?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I feel it's just what you make it, I guess. Cause there could be a version where somebody's success for them is 9 to 5, come home, drink and watch TV. Like that's all you need to be happy. And that's good for you. But
yeah,
I guess one of the questions I would, cause it's, it's hard when we talk about things a lot. What would you like? What would be successful for you?
I'd like to be comfortable, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to have to, as little stress as possible.
Right.
And I guess that would require some amount of reliable income, like not stressing about money, but just not having to worry about what next week is going to be, just being able to relax and be happy with people that I care about, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like that's all it really turns to, like, being with the people that you love too.
Right.
I mean, time is very limited. I mean, we can get really deep, we fucking go into some crazy shit sometimes when you and I talk, but
right.
I don't know what people believe in, but like I said, I think it's fucking dark. Nothing happens. You're done. And that's it. So the time that you have on earth, at least make it count.
Right.
And it's hard because you have to work. Like Ty was saying, you have to work to fucking, like, what's next week bringing? Like, so
I think success is happiness, right? To a certain extent. I'm sure some people don't view it that way. I'm sure some people think that it has to be all the money or all the fame or whatever. But I think when you really come down to it, a lot of people will have this kind of similar answer. You just want to do stuff that makes you happy. And so of course you're going to look at other people and be like, this is what you want to do with your time. Like, but if that's truly what they're happy with, then by all means, like, that's your life. I'm not a part of it. I'm not that's not what I'm doing. But I do believe, like I said about the goals and having goals, trying to better yourself in some aspect, because that's just me personally.
Yeah. I look at happiness, like successful and happiness. It's like a weird, like what makes you happy? I guess it's a really good question. Like, what makes you happy?
You.
Yeah, I know, but like what
would,
I
mean, are you asking me? Are you asking me?
What would really make you,
dude?
No. It's like, so I don't know if this is getting off topic because I don't have the notes in front of me.
What
would make you happy in life? Like, if you could just pick whatever, like, what would make you happy in life?
Like right now in this moment? I mean, I am happy, but
I know.
I guess a happy day, like, because I have a lot of things that I love and that I need. So I'm very happy. So I guess if I wanted to have a happy day, I would be with you and go to an amusement park and eat ice cream without getting fat. And you would be able to tolerate the roller coasters and not get sick. And so we'd actually have some fun, and you'd make me laugh till I cry. And I don't know. Like,
that's a hard question, right?
Like, I guess it's hard for me to answer because, like, what I do, I'm very happy with my life. Like, of course, like with my career, let's say, it's not what I love, right? I'm a clinical director of a surgery center. I've been a nurse for 15 plus years. I've been in surgery for 15 years. That's what I know. That's what I'm good at. And I do like it to a certain extent, but is it my dream job? I don't really know, because I don't know what my dream job would be. I really don't know. I always wanted to be a baker. So I also have a brownie business, so I'm doing those things that I love. Nursing is the income. Right. Brownies and clients are kind of what I like to do, but like, that's not going to bring in as much money as my nursing career. So I try to do it all. It gets a little stressful, but overall, as far as my career goes, I would say I'm pretty happy. Stressful sometimes, but again, you can't not have stress, no matter what.
I know
there's always going to be stress. I don't know what job is like, even if you're working like for you, like, because you love dogs so much, right? Like, even if you were working at like a dog, what do you want to call a place?
Like a rescue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dogs are going to get sick.
Right.
Maybe you don't have enough money to feed the dogs. Like, there's going to be stressors, even though you would think it would be like a very happy environment, right?
Yeah. I don't know what
I don't know.
It's so talking about like what would you want to do, right?
Well, yeah. What's your happiness? Like,
we're talking job or just
well, you asked me.
Yeah.
I guess I started going into my job, but like, I don't know what you meant by that question, but like, what would be happiness for you? Like, I mean, you have like the wife of your dreams, so you can mark that off your list, but
I would think this would make me happy. I would think, because you don't know until you start doing it, right? Like, and I say this and you'll understand, like, I always talk about getting a van or an RV or like a bus. Ty, listen to this shit.
You're so stupid, man. Go ahead. Tell him.
Like an old school, like a school bus.
My best friend from,
you know where I'm going.
He's making a old school bus into a van that he's going to live out of.
I would do that. And I would travel the United States with you and Xena. Sorry. You'll be fucking allergied out. And I would just drive and I would go see shit that you'll never be able to see. Mountains and
right.
I don't know, and go to different gyms and find cool fucking restaurant. I feel like that would be
happiness for you.
I feel like that would be, maybe it would get old. Maybe it'll get old, right? Maybe. Because you're not home. You're not like, you're constantly on the go, maybe. But I feel like that would be a really cool journey. Of course, you need I don't know what you're going to do for work. We're not even talking about work. We're just talking about life.
I guess you just do a YouTube and you get a bunch of subscribers.
Fucking bet you could.
So the reason why I say that this is so dumb is because 1, you're claustrophobic, and 2, you're 275 pounds. So you tell me how comfortable you're going to be with both of us and Xena in a van driving across the country.
It's not a fan. You think it's a fucking like a goddamn fan that your parents had since 1990.
It's still a van.
No, it's not. Dude, you know how big
so it's a bus.
A school bus.
Okay, so if you actually renovated a school bus, you might be comfortable.
No shit. I've showed you.
You're uncomfortable in our king size bed.
Give a fuck.
And you think you're going to be comfortable in a bus.
Bro, you know how big a bus is?
Okay, a bus. Okay, fine. I guess this is what we'll have to do. This is what we're going to do when we quit bodybuilding, is we're going to get a van down by the river.
That'd be really cool. Is it expensive? Is your friend paying a lot of money for it?
He got a good deal on the bus, and he works at a local community college. So they're actually fixing a lot of it for free to like use it for the program, so they can train like the students on the bus. But he gets a lot of free work done and free parts and stuff and free labor. So he made, but all the insides, he like ripped everything out himself, and he's fabricating all the insides and making table and a desk. He's like a video editor, so he's just gonna get like a Starlink and do that remotely.
Yeah.
So
dude, that's but
I guess you could do this.
But that's what you'd have to do. You'd have to get a remote job and do this. Like I think
we could still do coaching.
I think I could. I think Justin allowed me. I think I could. That'd be really cool.
What am I supposed to do?
You sell feet pictures or some shit.
Oh my God.
You can get some good fucking money for those dogs.
I would feel so like that.
You get them nice and dirty and just fucking post a picture.
Yeah, but I'm not doing anything. So we're just driving around. We got to shower in the parking lot.
No, you don't. You shower in the fucking bus. Sustainable, solar powered bus. There's only one chair. That's for the captain.
Oh, I don't know if this is gonna work because I don't see that in our future.
Why?
I mean, maybe for like a month tops.
I told you I don't know if we're getting way off topic. I don't know if I'll be fucking super happy.
I guess you would be happy, but then I would no longer be happy and successful. Did you know how bad that bus would stink?
Dude, of what? Me ripping ass?
Yes, 100%.
Fucking put down the windows. There's 45 fucking windows on the bus.
We'd have to drive all the time with our zip top. You know the emergency exit when they would put that open?
Like, shut that shit off.
God damn.
We would have fun, but I think it would just it would get old.
I don't even know where we're at now.
Veronica Vaughn.
That's one piece of ass. All right, good. Where are we at? Success. We just lost this whole fucking podcast.
Yeah, that's okay.
22 minutes in, we're in the shitter.
Well, this is what you wanted to do.
We're talking about fucking buses.
Again, your idea. That's your idea of success. Is to be
You really want to know my fucking idea of success is winning the goddamn Powerball, having enough hookers and cocaine, do whatever I want.
It sounds like your dad speaking, not you speaking.
Yeah, well, maybe one night.
Yeah. That's not what you would do if you won the Powerball.
How much money?
If you won 800 million.
800?
800 million.
Half of that's going to taxes. So
okay, so let's say you got 800 billion. What would you do?
800 billion?
Okay, well, what
Are you fucking high?
Well, apparently
800 billion.
Apparently 800 million was like too low because half of it was going to go to taxes.
No, I was just saying, I'm just doing
Okay, so what would you do?
with $800 billion? Fuck if I know. Fuck, I'd ask Ty how much you want. You want to go sit with those bears in the fucking mountain? I'll send you up there for a couple fucking months. 800 billion?
Okay, answer
I'd
the
fucking
question.
kill myself. I would kill myself. I've never done cocaine in my life.
100%
I would
you
do
would.
it because I can.
Right.
And I would get a doctor. I'd have a doctor on staff. They're the best fucking specialists in the goddamn world. I'd be like, I'm hiring you. How much you need? I'm going to do things that maybe the human body can't take.
That's what you're going to do with all your
I'm
money?
just talking shit. I don't know. I'd buy a fucking Lamborghini and light it on fire. Why? Because I can. I would do shit like that. No, I would take care of people. I'd help people out. I'd solve world hunger.
You wouldn't.
Yeah, it's only taking, what's it, 6 million? 6 billion?
It was all the money that we sent to Ukraine.
No,
Could have fucking had solved.
It's $6 billion to solve world hunger.
How do you know that?
It's something way too reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elon Musk said it. Elon Musk was like, I'll sell my shares in the company, right?
Yeah, I
Something
did
like
hear him
that.
say that.
I think. No? I don't know. Fucking guy.
Okay, so
Solve world hunger.
So that's
I
what
feel
you
like
would
the
do.
Grinch. Solve world hunger at 5:30. Loathe in the abyss. What's the other one? 6:30. Don't know with myself. I can't cancel again.
All right, so that's what you
He's like,
do.
jazzercise. That's a pretty good Grinch, right?
He's pretty good. You can do all of your voices on this podcast.
What would I do with $800 billion? I'm still thinking about that. Do you know I drive to work every day and I look at the sign and I just fucking look at the numbers and I'm like, what would I do with that? I would help so many people out. I'd give so much money away if you had $800 billion.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, are you crazy?
You'd give it money to our families.
I would give money to fucking strangers that needed it. Like, I'd help all the vets in the fucking country. For sure.
But that's crazy to think about because, like, think about how many people have won the Powerball and they've never done this.
We're not talking about $800 billion.
What? So that's the thing. I don't play the Powerball, so I don't know how much it is.
Fucking Powerball.
It's like 8 million.
8 million? No, man.
Okay, you keep having these surprise reactions, but yet you're not telling me how much it is.
Powerball can go anywhere from it can go from anywhere from 20 million all the way up to, it was $1.3 billion before.
Okay, I'll tell you what I would do. I would buy Cedar Point.
How much money are we talking?
It doesn't matter. 800 billion. I would buy Cedar Point
How much?
and I would close it multiple times a year so that way I could go there and we could ride.
You're a fucking bad business person. A fucking terrible business person.
It doesn't matter. I have $800 billion and I'm not trying to solve world hunger. So I got more money to
You're a piece of shit too.
I
Solving
don't know
world
what-
hunger would be just easy. Be like 6 billion, boom, done. You're left with 700,
I know.
$794 billion.
I know. Well, you just called me a bad businessman, so I was talking shit.
I'd buy NASA. I'd go to the moon my fucking self.
No, you wouldn't.
Nope. I would pay for someone to go to the moon. See
You'd
what's
pay
up
for
there.
somebody to make another set to pretend to land on the moon again.
No. How dare you?
All right.
Sorry.
Do you want to continue talking about
Holy
success?
shit, we're way off. Let's go. Wow.
I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know where we're at anymore.
Well, you said the moon landing was fake, so you want to go just,
I think that's the second time on this podcast I might have said that.
yeah, he's gonna come get you.
They're going to definitely ban our podcast. Okay, so basically we've talked about everything. I mean, does being successful equal happiness? So again, I guess it just matters if you're actually if your success is defined by your happiness, then yes, right? If I'm
Yeah,
saying that right.
yeah,
So like
yeah,
if whatever, like we were saying, like I'm happy because I have you or
Right.
whatever that I have that. So that is my success. So yes, I'm happy.
Let's go to like teenage version, 20s and 30s.
Mm-hmm. We already talked about that.
No, but like we didn't explain what it was like.
Yeah, because you started talking about your 34-year-old life.
Oh,
Are you 34 or 35?
34.
Okay.
Turned 34
So,
in January.
Okay, so when you're in your teens,
Mhm.
what is success? Getting laid for a guy?
Bro, fucking of course.
And for a girl being popular? I don't know.
Hold on, man. How old are we talking?
15.
15.
Okay, 16.
All right. Well, getting laid.
1 year difference.
Yeah, it's a big difference. You could drive. Having a car, getting laid, being a popular football player, getting laid, playing Halo. Top 5.
Okay, those are for you though.
Yeah, I'm defining my success.
Oh. I thought you were talking about like just 16-year-olds.
No,
in
fuck
general.
these kids nowadays.
Well, yeah, nowadays.
I don't know what they want to
it
do.
is.
Just go.
Okay, so then 25-year-old
Oh,
getting laid.
getting laid. 25 was trying to bodybuild. Trying to get my career or my life going financially. Having my own apartment, like that kind of stuff. Trying
You
to,
wanted more money. You wanted like a lot more money.
yeah, I wanted money. Like I wanted a career, like, but you're 25.
And that's what you thought success was, correct?
Yeah, these are the things I thought success
Yeah.
was.
Because I think what you were getting at, or what we were getting at, is when you're in your 20s, I think it's a little more different than when you're in your 30s, maybe. That like in your
100%.
20s, you think successful is having a lot of money or
Right.
having that fame or having something.
Yeah.
You
Being the
want
cool.
that. Oh, I want to be
Yeah.
known for something
Yeah.
or this or but money for sure. Or I think for women, having a family, being a mom,
Yeah.
I think that's very much success.
Yeah.
And that's what they are getting married.
So I think
Women getting married is like a big goal.
that's in your 20. That's at 25. You said,
Yeah,
right?
20s.
So if you were 35 and you weren't married,
Hmm.
you were, as a woman, you're fucking freaking out now.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, your clock is ticking for if you can even have kids
Right.
or healthy kids at that matter.
But-
But yeah, if you're not married, then you start to worry about that stuff. And it sucks. I think it's different now. I think more women are not as eager to get married right away. But I mean, I felt in my 20s that it was like all of my friends were getting married, and people started having kids, and I was like, so it was kind of that goal for me, not really goal for me, but like almost this is what I felt like I was supposed to do, even though I was getting into bodybuilding. So like it was just not really going in line with that, and everyone was partying and stuff. I think the goal was just to have a lot of money. I think too.
For the 30s, I think when you get to your 30s, the priority really shifts, especially mid 30s, 35, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just have enough money to live your life.
Right.
Good.
No, I was just saying, like, I think that in your 30s, you kind of, like you were talking about that hamster wheel, and some people get stuck in that, whether they're like grinding hard, trying to get all this money and trying to become, grow in the company or whatever it is that you're trying to do. And then at a certain point, you're like, man, I just want to fucking be happy. And that ain't being happy, like working my ass off to come home, to not have any time with loved ones or do anything that I really find relaxing, being happy or whatever, fun. Then you're like, man, like, I don't really care about that anymore as long as I have enough money. Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's to the point where we've come, where we're like, we have enough money, which we're very blessed, but we've worked our asses off to get there.
Right.
But then we're also just like, we just want to have fun.
But the thing is this though, and if you have enough money, that's great, but things can change in life.
Mm-hmm.
You can lose a job, have financial struggles, and now you're living paycheck to paycheck, or you're struggling. I think you just have to count your blessings. And I hate when people say that, but like you really do. You have to be happy where you are right now. If you're in a good spot,
Right.
If you're in a bad spot or you're struggling, you gotta. Hopefully, you can get the fuck out of there. Hopefully, you can get to that point. But you have to you have to at least stop and look at what you have.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people chase the rabbit too much in life because you're always chasing. You don't look what you have. And then if you finally get that rabbit, you might turn around and have lost everything.
Right.
And that's what happens with people with their families.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like more like CEO men or men have this rabbit to chase about financial because they're on this trajectory of like, I have to get this for my family. I have to do this, that. But then you look back and your wife's on fucking antidepressants.
Yeah.
Your kid's fucking a hooligan. Your other kid's
yeah. Well, you just missed everything growing up.
Right.
Like you didn't go to their football games or their basketball games.
Right.
You missed their graduation because you were on call or you were working.
Right.
And, whatever. And you tend to miss that
because you're trying to provide to this. But anyways, that's a whole nother story in general.
Yeah. I mean, I had something I was going to say.
Sorry.
Now I feel like I forgot because you started on a tangent.
Trying to go back to the bus theory.
God, I'm over the bus theory.
About a Sprinter van.
The Sprinter van would be even worse, babe. Come on.
Got an RV.
No. Okay, so I think that going back to families and actually, I remember what I was going to say, having gratitude. So what I was talking about, I think in the previous podcast is, developing or not developing, I should say, having gratitude for so many things in my life. And I started doing that for the last couple of years. And that has made me have such a better outlook at life. Not that I had a terrible outlook at life, but just even more of just like, I'm so blessed to have you, right? I'm so blessed to have a house, car, my health, this, that, the other, family, like you're so blessed to have this and be able to do the things that you want to do in your life. Whereas a lot of people aren't. And just having that gratitude, it just changes everything, and it changes your perspective on life. I think it changes your attitude on a daily basis.
Things become more simple.
And you become more happy.
Yeah.
You become less stressed because you look at the simple things in life. You look at all these things that a lot of people don't have that you have, whether it's good health or house over your head, right? And that becomes your success, right?
Yeah. You could do it so many ways, but I think it's just at the end of the day, you just define it for yourself and try to figure out what makes you happy.
Right. Well, again, if you are always wanting what you don't have, you'll never be happy. It's a good thing to have goals and it's a good thing to work towards those goals. But if you're always wanting what somebody else has and you're not having that gratitude of what you have or being thankful for what you've accomplished, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to be satisfied in life. And I think that's unfortunately what a lot of people struggle with, especially with social media now, whether it's bodybuilding or whether it's like, you look at people's fake pictures and, and it's like, you have the same stuff, most likely, you just didn't add your filter or you didn't add your, it's like, it's the same, it's a highlight reel and,
everything's driven around money and status now. So,
well, who knows what the kids are going to want? It's a different generation coming up, so we'll see. But
that's all I got.
That's all I got too. All I got is that we're probably not going to take a bus and travel the world.
You can't travel the world on a bus.
I know shit.
Travel the United States.
Okay, we'll travel. We'll do a good week traveling, and I'll bet you won't make it past like 5 days. Maybe next year we'll do it. Maybe in 2025, I'll quit my job. We'll get a bus. What you said I could just sell feet pics, so then that's what I'll do, and then we'll continue this podcast on the road.
Oh yeah. It's going to be a fucking hit.
We'll hang out with the bears and look at the views. We'll be like, hey.
Oh, on this adventure here.
What?
Fucking bears in the fucking wilderness out. What, Australia? Nah.
No, the spiders are big there.
Shit over there.
No, the spiders are way too big. Have you seen the spiders? They're like this big. What are they called? Like horse spiders or something?
Horse spiders.
Aren't they called that?
Don't know. All right.
No.
Good talk. We're going to wrap up this episode of the podcast.
So, well, I don't know what you just said.
No, I can't now.
I think you're on crack.
Yeah. So
He got some crack off the street in between these two podcasts.
thank you for, thanks for listening. Hope this is going to be helpful for you. And if not, well, go fuck yourself. Thank you.
Don't always
What?
close it out like that. You said that so many times.
I didn't say go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you did. We could probably play it back. You've probably said it at least 3 times, and we've only had 6 podcasts.
Okay,
That's half. That's
close-
50% of the
Close
time.
it out then.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for liking. If you didn't like it, go back and like it. What else
done?
to say?
Okay, good.
Well, at least I'm going to be nice about it.
Wrap this up, Ty.
Tune in next time.